Hi everyone and welcome to No Nonsense Whisky Reviews episode 16 with me, Vim PF. Today we've got something a little bit special, which is the Cotswolds Distillery and their test batch series, which is the 2016 version. Now the Cotswolds Distillery has been producing new make spirit for around about 2 years now, just over 2 years. So their first proper whisky is going to be released sort of next October. I've pre-ordered a bottle of that, so check back in a year and I'll have a review for you. But in the meantime, they have released their second test batch series, which includes their new make spirit, their 20-month ex-bourbon fill, and their 20-month ex-red wine. It comes in this fancy packaging. I've taken it all out already because, to be honest with you, it was a little tough to get the bottles out of this thing here, so I didn't want to do that on screen. But some nice fancy packaging. Those of you who have seen my gin video know I'm already a big fan of the Cotswolds Distillery. I've been down to see them already, and I have helped them out with their bottling and things like that, so I'm very much looking forward to their whisky. And as you can see by the fill levels on these, I'm yet to even try this, so this is going to be all off the cuff, and we'll see what's what. So I'm going to go start with the new make. Ordinarily I would start with something else because the new make's quite strong, but as I'll go through, you'll notice that it's only something like 0.4% stronger than the other two anyway. So it is stronger, but let's not fret about it. Now, new make's a bit of a funny thing for a lot of people. Ooh. I quite like new make, and I quite like high ABV spirits as well, especially my whiskies. I'm certainly not afraid of things in the high 60s, and I still don't add water to them. I know a lot of people, if it's above 40%, will automatically add water, but I just don't. Personal preference. I'm not going to tell you to do whatever. Never mind. So this is the new make spirit. Now this one, bottled at 43.5% and bottled on the 1st of September this year, 2016. Let's give it a go. Obviously, natural colouring, hasn't been in a barrel. Oh, I've tried a few new makes now. So the Highland Park. I've also tried the Kingsbarns Distillery and the Wild Turkey, and I have tried this before at the distillery, but I can't believe the malt you get off this. I mean, it being a single malt, it's made of malt, but the other new makes I've tried, the kind of alcohol, ethanol-y smell takes over, but this the malt just rushes straight through. Okay. I mean, obviously it's wicked strong. Really high ABV. Once you get through that, you can. It's like you're eating the grain. If you've ever been to a distillery, sometimes they'll let you try the grain that they're making, and you can taste it. Like it's like I'm chewing on the grain itself. Absolutely fabulous smell and taste. You can see why back in the day people who worked in distilleries 200 years ago would sneakily drink this all day. And you can probably see why they went crazy as well, to be fair. I won't spend too much time on this one because I want to move on to the other things, but for new makes, that is superb. Give a rinse out, ready for the next thing, and to cleanse palate as well, obviously. Okay, next up we have their ex-bourbon 20-month. So this is cask number 46, which is exciting. Which cask was this? It doesn't say. Batch 8 of 2016, so fairly new. Of course it wouldn't say cask, not been in a cask, has it? I did record 2 gin videos before this as well, so bear with. Okay, so this is 62.4%, so just ever so slightly less. I'm surprised that still managed to retain so much alcohol from when it was filled. And this was bottled on the 12th of the 7th, 2016. Obviously, again, natural colouring. It's a little bit chilly as well. Pop. Right. Ex-bourbon. Now I like bourbon. I like ex-bourbon cask. I like what bourbon casks have done to the kind of Scotch and just whiskey industry in general. Okay, so I'm getting that bourbon influence, definitely. Kind of sweet, fruity flavours that you'd expect from that American oak. The tasting notes mention things like pineapples and bananas and things like that, but I'll stick to the fruit and then each to their own from there, I think. Alright, let's go in for a taste and see what we got. Well, the initial alcohol burn is quite strong, but if you can get past that, there's some sweet fruits in there, maybe a bit of citrus. That malt is still around, which is good because I like that. Obviously, no smoke whatsoever. I don't think that's what they're going for with this, which is good for me. And the finish lingers. Not for a long time. Just slightly. Once the alcohol's gone, it washes back. Surprisingly light. Once you get past that kind of alcohol burn that is indicative of 60+%. Once you get past that, there's a lot to be tasted there. Good. Like I said last week, it's going to be a boozy episode. Give it a swill. Excellent. Right. Let's move on to the ex-red wine. Again, 20 month. This is cask number 58. Bottled on exactly the same day, the 12th of July. This one says on the front here, ex-wine barrique, shaved, toasted and recharred. Excellent. I've never tried any ex-red wine like that I know of. I know that, oh dear, poured a healthy dram there. I know that some distilleries use it. I've never looked into it, so I probably have tried it, but I just don't know. Bottled at 62.9, so just slightly stronger than the last one we've had. And this, I believe, as well, natural colouring as well, of course. So you can see right there that difference that I'll bring these closer, the difference that the red wine, ex-red wine makes versus the bourbon for the same amount of time. Okay, what can we smell? Wow, the difference is astounding. Whereas that last one, I mean, it's still fruity, but rather than those kind of tropical fruits, it's like those deep, dark, kind of rich smelling. It's like and slightly woody as well. It almost reminds me of some of the younger Downmores. like your raisins and that sort of thing. Strangely enough, this one doesn't have the same alcohol burn that the first one had, which is odd because it's 0.5% stronger. But it's like, it's one of my favourite analogies for whiskey is the Christmas cake one. So many whiskies taste like Christmas cake, and this one really does. This kind of mixture of those like raisins and other things like that, fruits going in there. That's had an exceptional kind of take on that, really has. I like that a lot. Okay, yeah, so excellent new make spirit, very light and fruity once you get past the alcohol, and the same with the other two, to be fair. They are very strong whiskies, not technically whiskies, but you know what I mean. This one had much more of an alcohol burn, difficult to break through, but you're getting those bourbon flavours that you expect from ex-bourbon. Any ex-bourbon that you see, this is kind of what you're tasting. And then obviously this red wine one, which for me, out of the three, is a standout. Now I know they're going to be mixing these two, but I don't know to what percentages, or if they've got any other things planned, if they've got any sherry casks, stuff like that planned. Not part of their inner circle, so I don't know. But this is their 2-year spirits, and if it's anything like this, I'll be super happy. I don't know what they're going to do about watering it down next year, maybe get it down to 40%, I don't know. Hopefully there'll be a few cask strength additions out that I can get, because I do like the kind of non-watered down flavours. I like to water it down on my own if I want to, which, as I said before, I don't really. So yeah, that's the video. I'm going to enjoy this as always. Like, subscribe, comment, share, keep watching. There's going to be plenty more of this sort of thing going. I've got a couple more English things to go. The Lakes Distillery 24-month, 1 year, whatever, coming up, and then we're getting close to Christmas, and we've got many whiskies to try, so stick around and enjoy the shows. See you later.